Right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining this British Veterinary Nursing Association Vet Nurse Awareness Month interview. That was a mouthful. Whether you're sitting at home and watching this or as a video or listening as a podcast, just introduce myself. I'm Cheryl. I'm a BVNA council member, quite a new one. And today I'm going to be joined by Sarah, who is a colleague and also a fellow BVNA member. So for Vet Nurse Awareness Month this year, we're celebrating progression, and it's also the 20th year of raising awareness of what veterinary nurses do. So to mark this year, we're going to be delivering a series of interviews. So with all the council members have picked a couple of people. And we're going to be delivering a series of interviews with inspiring registered nurses who have been part of the profession for 20 years or more. So Sarah's been qualified for how long?
So I qualified in December 2001, so 22 years.
That's a long time.
Oh.
We've been calling everybody vintage vet nurses who are 20 years plus, which I think is quite a nice term.
Yeah.
And because we've had such a long and varied career, we're going to be reflecting back on where the profession has been, and where the profession is looking like it's heading in the future, and just exploring what we think is going to happen. So Sarah, do you want to start off by introducing yourself? You already said when you qualified, just a little bit about how long you've worked at Blacks especially as well.
So I've been here since June 1998, many moons ago. I think I did a year as an auxiliary nurse, as we were called back then. And then I started college after that. It was a vocational route. So I went to college on an evening. I used to work till 4 and then go to college afterwards. And I had the portfolio. I was one of the first people to have a portfolio. So yeah, they sent me a little green book in the post, and then they sent me a letter saying, ignore that, you're getting a portfolio. So there's lots of writing involved then. It was nothing, no computers, no NPL. You had to handwrite everything and photocopy it all before you posted it off. Yeah. And I got my portfolio at home, kept it safe, and I found it when I moved house. I had a little look through for old times.
Wow, I remember it well. I also did the portfolio, and
yeah,
I think we had to do about 10 cases per section, wasn't it? It was loads. I remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine's still in the loft. So over the past 22 years, was it 22 years?
Yeah.
What sort of progression have you seen personally? How do you feel the nursing profession has gone itself?
So it's a much more varied career now. So you can specialise, you can do certs, and you can go into your own little area, dentistry or anaesthesia, or whichever area that you want to go into. You can progress throughout the nurse as well. You can go to be a lead nurse if you want to. So really the sky is the limit now. When I qualified, it was just you could be a head nurse or a nurse, and that was it. We didn't really have any extra certificates or anything that we could study towards. The way we just plodded along, even though I have just plodded along, there's nothing wrong with that. But and there's a lot more things that we can get involved in now. We do second vacs, and we just do more things now than we did. So looking to the future, maybe mobility clinics, diabetic clinics, that kind of thing would be nice. We can do laser and ultrasound scans, and so we're pretty much glorified cleaners at the beginning, but I think we are a lot more respected now, and we have more responsibilities.
Yeah, definitely. When we started out, it was a lot of just holding, wasn't it, and cleaning, and pretty much that was it. Now it's changed a lot.
Reception as well. We did a lot of reception, whereas now we've got CPCA. So I just answered phones and stood on reception, so I didn't even touch an animal. But nothing like that now, is there? You just get stuck in.
Dramatically changed.
Yeah, it has.
So you touched on maybe developing nurse clinics and us being a bit more involved with specialist clinics, which is great. And what else do you think you can see happening for us
in the future? I'm hoping to become more like a human nurse. So, like I say, I've been to the doctors quite a lot lately, and I haven't actually seen the doctor. I've just seen the nurse. She's done everything. She's prescribing things. She's doing my diabetic clinics. She's checking my bloods and things. And I just haven't seen a doctor at all. So I'm hoping in the future that we can be more like that, and we can be more in charge and maybe prescribe things if it's something basic. But yeah, just kind of be our own little selves and not need the vet to get involved.
Yeah.
What I hope. Yeah, that's what I hope for.
It'd be good, wouldn't it? Like, I think one of the students I've got now has the SQP module thrown in with the qualification, so I can only see it getting more and more, like us being more involved with that side of things.
Know what treatment they need, but we can't prescribe it.
Yeah, it's frustrating. So.
I know, if we were allowed to treat basic things, then yeah, just make us more like human nurses, really. And yeah, that would be great.
And I know Lynette's are really proactive with trying to get nurses to do clinics, aren't they? So watch this space. Fingers crossed. And a big part of BVNA, I'm sure you're aware, is as a member, is the fight that we've got for Protect the Title. What does it mean to you? Does it come into your everyday life? I'm pretty sure it doesn't every day in your mind, but what does it mean to you, Protect the Title, and why do you think it's important?
I think it's important. I mean, like I said, it's not something that I think about every day, but it is very important. We work hard for our qualifications, and the non-qualified nurses, they do have their place in, they do have their role in practice, but I do think they should be allowed to call themselves vet nurse, because there are other professions and you can't call yourself by that profession's name, but in our profession we're not protected. So yeah, it's very important, and hope at some point in the not too distant future we will get that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important as well that there's been a huge improvement in salaries, hasn't there, recently for us? And I think Protect the Title can only make that even better for us.
Yeah.
To be called professionals in our own right and have that name, if you like, can only just improve things even more. Brilliant. So you've worked at Blacks for all of your career, haven't you?
Yes.
What would you say has been one of the highlights, would you say, or have you got something that you enjoy the most about being an RVN at Blacks?
So yeah, I can't think of a single highlight, but anaesthesia is one of the things I enjoy. I love it when we make them better and they go home, and that's always a highlight for me. To see a happy owner and a healthy pet walk out the door is always a highlight. I also enjoy my non-clinical role in the green team. I'm enjoying that, so that's something else alongside my nursing. But yeah, and animals that come in for dentals, they've got really painful mouths, they go home and they feel better. So yeah, to see them happy and healthy again is always a highlight of the day.
Absolutely. It's what we all joined for, isn't it? Lovely. Well, I think that's a lot of our questions answered, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to everyone joining and watching and celebrating Veterinary Nurse Awareness Month this year. If you make sure that you follow us on social media, we've got Instagram, X, I think it was called Twitter, wasn't it? Yeah. Now. And also Facebook. We've got BVNA media presence, so just keep up to date with that. And check back at the BVNA website for details on how you can get involved in this year's campaign and competition. So thank you very much again. Thanks for joining us. And I'll see you at work soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.